Rishi won he won the vote amongst MPs quite clearly, but he seems to be quite a long way behind with the members. So why do you think that is?
Well, look, I think, first of all, we've got a big opportunity here, particularly over the next couple of weeks before ballot papers go out, to set out the challenges facing the country. And you've just set out some of them there, Philip. Big economic challenges post-pandemic, and also the one that Rishi is setting out today is the grip that we've got to get over the NHS to deal with those backlogs caused by the COVID pandemic. And we've got to do it as a matter of urgency so that we can start bringing them down next year. And they don't keep going up. But he's set out a very clear plan to do that. That, I think, is why he's the right man for the job. And we've got to persuade our party members that he's the one that can both deal with the issues facing the country, be honest about them, and also he's the one that the polls say is the most likely person to beat the Labour Party, which is the big task for the leader of the Conservative Party.
Do you think that the issue about tax, the fact that Liz Truss says she wants to cut taxes and Rishi saying that he doesn't want to cut them yet, do you think that's hurting him? Do you think that the fact that he was, he precipitated or helped to precipitate Boris Johnson's resignation, do you think they're the two things that are counting against him as far as the party members are concerned at the moment?
Well, two things. So first of all, on tax, he's been clear that he wants to cut taxes, but he's been clear that if you cut taxes now, before you've gripped inflation, you're actually going to make inflation worse. And we've seen from one of Liz Truss's economic advisors that he thinks that her plan is going to drive up interest rates, that will drive up mortgage rates, that'll be a real problem for families with mortgages and also for businesses that had to borrow money during the pandemic. That will be a real hit to them. It will kill businesses and destroy jobs. So I think his plan to grip inflation first, grow the economy, then cut taxes, I think is the right way round. On the issue about the Prime Minister, look, a majority of Conservative voters and a majority of our members felt that it was necessary for the Prime Minister to go because of all the things that had happened. Rishi was very loyal to the Prime Minister for a very long period of time. And then a couple of weeks ago, he felt that the position had got to the point where he couldn't put up with it anymore, which is why he resigned from the government. And that was a feeling shared by many Conservative MPs and indeed many members of the government, many of whom then resigned from it. So I think, look, he's been clear about that position. It's tragic, actually, in my view, what happened to the Prime Minister. But I'm afraid the Prime Minister was brought down by his own conduct, not by anybody else. We've made a clear decision as a parliamentary party. The Prime Minister is going to stand down as Prime Minister. We've now got a clear choice looking to the future, and I'm backing the person I think best able to win the election and best able to grip and deal with the really important challenges facing the country.
Mark, can I just bring in here? Can I just bring in a poll here? It's at front page of the Daily Express, and it says voters back Truss. So in the country, they're saying that the voters are backing Truss. In the Sun, they're saying, should Rishi, to make sure that he can reach out to grassroots, they're saying, yes, he's got the ability, the capability. Does he need, like Tony Blair had, a John Prescott, working with them to reach out to the grassroots? Does Rishi need that? Should we be looking at this? I mean, I've talked about this for a long, long time. Can the Conservative Party reach out to everybody? Is it about the team and not the individual? So, one, who would that John Prescott person be? And who is the team?
Well, no, I think you're right, Esther. It is important about building a team. And I think Philip touched on it in his opening remarks when he said that Rishi had the support of the largest number of Conservative MPs. And I think that's important. The Conservative MPs are the ones that you build the team out of. And he, I think, is going to build a very strong team. It's not about a single individual, but you do need a strong person to do the leadership, set the direction, set the tone, and then you build a strong team. And part of what he's setting out today with his NHS plan is about setting out a team, giving them a clear direction about the challenges that need to be fixed with a real sense of urgency. So what he's trying to do is recreate that sense of can-do that we had during the pandemic, like we had with the vaccines task force, about gripping an issue, putting tons of focus on it and really driving real change and benefit for the people at home. But also you have to put the resources in. And although you mentioned tax cuts, He raised taxes, yes, to put in extra money to the NHS, and you have to do that. If you're going to cut taxes and not put the money in, you aren't going to deal with the backlogs that worry people at home every day.